When Meri Brown opened an old cedar box, she found a stack of letters that could destroy Kody's biggest lie. And just days later, her child, Leon, was spotted walking with a cane. Two moments, worlds apart, yet somehow connected by pain, silence, and truth. This is the story of a mother and child, bound by heartbreak, and tested by the world's gaze. What do a forgotten love letter and a simple walking cane have in common? More than anyone imagined. Part 1. Before the fame, before the cameras, there was a woman, Meri Barber, and a dreamer named Kody Brown.
I've definitely seen that.
They met in the early 90s. He was charismatic, idealistic. She was loyal, deeply spiritual, and believed in love eternal, even if shared. But love, under the weight of religion and television, began to fracture. Still, what no one knew, she kept every letter, every word he wrote before the cameras rolled. Season 20 begins with a bombshell. Kody, sitting across from Meri, says it out loud, "I never loved you." Fans flooded social media, calling it cruel, manipulative, unnecessary. Who says that to someone who shared your life for 30 years? One viewer asked. Flash tweets. Meri deserves peace. Kody's ego knows no limits. Robyn's the only wife he ever loved. But Meri didn't fight back. Not right away. She simply whispered, "That's disrespectful." Because Meri already knew the truth. She had proof, in his handwriting. Meri cleaning out her storage trunk, unfolding old envelopes. In an episode filmed quietly off-season, Meri stumbled upon a box she hadn't opened in decades. Meri's. "My dearest Meri, you are my eternal companion. My soul feels anchored when I look at you." It wasn't just one letter. It was over 20. Handwritten, dated, sealed with his name, Kody Brown. And among them, one message stood out, one that could rewrite everything fans believed about their marriage. It read, "Even if our path grows hard, my heart belongs with you, forever." Weeks later, Meri sat down for a private confessional interview. She brought the letters. "Meri, he told me he never loved me. But this says otherwise. Maybe he forgot what he once wrote." TLC producers were stunned. Crew members recall the room going silent. Fan tweets. "She exposed him with grace. The receipts are real." Kody, caught in 4K. But what happened next shocked even Meri, and left fans divided. When confronted with the letters, Kody denied everything. He said, "I don't even remember writing those. I was young. I thought I loved her. But I don't think I did, not the way a husband should." For many fans, that was the final blow, the confirmation that the man they once admired had changed beyond recognition. But a smaller group saw it differently. Maybe he was just being brutally honest. Truth hurts, but maybe he's finally facing it. Still, you can't erase written love. As the fandom split, one question remained. If love can vanish, was it ever real? In the season finale, Meri walks away, not as a victim, but as a survivor. Meri in her bed and breakfast, smiling with guests. Meri hiking, laughing with friends. Meri saying on camera, "I don't need anyone to tell me what love is anymore." She closes the box one last time, not to forget, but to forgive. Tell us in the comments, do you think Kody truly forgot his love, or just buried it? Part 2. Leon Brown, once known as Mariah, the only child of Meri and Kody Brown. A child born into faith, complexity, and cameras. Viewers watched them grow from a shy, bright-eyed teen into an outspoken young adult, brave enough to live authentically, publicly identifying as transgender in 2022. Their courage inspired thousands. Their openness gave hope to families struggling to understand identity. Leon Brown comes out as transgender. But fame and freedom often come at a cost, and for Leon, that cost might have been heavier than anyone realized. It started as a casual sighting, Leon walking two golden retrievers in a quiet neighborhood. But within hours, the photo spread like wildfire. Why the cane? Are they okay? Is Leon sick? Some thought it was an old injury. Others speculated something more serious. And then came the silence. No statement, no post, just silence. In the world of reality TV, silence can speak louder than any confession. But what if that silence was actually a message, a quiet cry for understanding? Friends close to Leon describe the last few months as difficult, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Life after the sister wives spotlight hasn't been easy. Between online harassment, family tensions, and public judgment, Leon's world became smaller. Some speculate chronic pain, others a recovery from surgery, but what's certain is that Leon has been fighting battles far from the camera. And one clue hidden in their last podcast appearance may reveal more than any statement ever could. I'm learning to take things one day at a time. Healing isn't linear. Fans missed it then, but in hindsight, it sounds like a quiet confession. As speculation grew, Meri Brown posted a cryptic message: "Strength is born in silence." Fans immediately linked it to Leon. Some saw comfort, others saw heartbreak. Meanwhile, Kody remained silent. No public comment, no acknowledgement. And in that silence, the emotional distance between father and child became clearer than ever. But what Meri did next caught everyone by surprise, and showed exactly where her heart still stands. Weeks later, a fan met Leon at a local event. Their question was simple: "Are you okay?" Leon smiled and said, "Yeah, I'm recovering, just taking it slow." That single word, recovering, silenced weeks of rumors. According to close friends, Leon had undergone a minor leg surgery following a biking injury earlier this year. The cane wasn't a symbol of sickness, but of healing. Yet, what the internet did in their absence, the assumptions, the gossip, the judgment, revealed something bigger than one photo. In the end, the cane wasn't a mystery, it was a reminder. A reminder that even strong souls need time to heal. Meri's post suddenly makes sense. Strength is born in silence. Because sometimes, silence is just recovery in disguise. Leon's journey, from reality TV child to brave adult to survivor, reminds us all that growth isn't always visible. Sometimes it walks with a cane. If drop a heart emoji in the comments to send love their way. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Before the cameras, before the controversy, there was love. In 1990, Meri Barber married Kody Brown, young, hopeful, deeply faithful. Their union was built on the principle of eternal family. But as the family grew, so did the fractures. By 2010, America tuned in to watch their every move. TLC's Sister Wives made the Browns famous, but fame has a way of twisting devotion into performance. And while the world watched the plural marriage crumble, Meri kept something no one else had: proof of the love Kody swore never existed. Season 20 shocked even loyal fans. In a raw confessional, Kody looked straight into the camera and said, "I never truly loved Meri." The internet exploded. Twitter called it emotional cruelty. Reddit threads filled with outrage. "You don't humiliate your ex-wife on national TV. After 30 years, he pretends none of it was real." But the world didn't know what Meri had just found: a pile of love letters from a man who claimed he never cared. Meri's, "My dearest Meri, you are the light that steadies me. I pray every night that we'll grow old together." Kody's own handwriting, contradicting the man he had become. And as Meri wept over the proof, another storm quietly brewed, one that would shake the family in a completely different way. While Meri wrestled with betrayal, her child, Leon, faced a different battle. A private life suddenly thrown into public debate. Leon's announcement was brave, but also polarizing. Support poured in from fans, and hate from strangers. Then, months later, a simple photograph reignited concern. Leon walking their dogs, cane in hand. Within hours, fans asked the same question: what happened to Leon? And where was Kody? For years, Meri and Leon have shared one silent truth: being unseen in a family that's moved on. Left, Meri reading letters. Right, Leon walking slowly, leaning on a cane. Kody's absence spoke volumes. Fans noted how Meri's social media turned from pain to subtle defiance. "Strength is born in silence," she wrote, the same week Leon's photo went viral. Some saw a mother quietly supporting her child. Others believed she was grieving two heartbreaks: the loss of love and the struggle of acceptance. Through interviews and Reddit discussions, fans drew parallels. Meri and Leon are both healing from emotional abandonment. But healing often brings truth, and the truth was about to surface. Weeks later, a local fan met Leon at a community fundraiser. They asked softly, "Are you okay?" Leon smiled and said, "I'm recovering, just taking it one step at a time." The cane, it turned out, wasn't a symbol of illness, but recovery. A small leg surgery following a biking injury. Yet, the internet's speculation revealed something much deeper: how quick the world is to assume tragedy when silence is simply healing. People forget they're human. Meri raised one strong soul. For Meri, the timing was poetic. She, too, was learning to walk again, emotionally, after decades of carrying a broken marriage. Two canes, two recoveries, one physical, one emotional. Both carried with quiet grace. In the final episode of Season 20, Meri walks away, not defeated, but reborn. She leaves the past in a cedar box, alongside the letters, the lies, and the pain. Leon, too, walks forward. No cane, no explanations, just quiet strength. The Browns once stood as a family of faith. But now, they stand as individuals, each searching for peace in their own way. Meri's silence is no longer submission. Leon's silence is no longer pain. It's power. Within hours of that scene airing, social media turned into an emotional storm. That wasn't honesty, that was humiliation. Meri deserved a private conversation, not a public execution. We all saw the way she looked down. That was 30 years of love crumbling. On Reddit, a 1,000-comment thread debated whether Kody's words were confession or cruelty. One user wrote, "Gaslighting on live TV, this should be taught in therapy classes." Another replied, "He's broken too. They both are." According to former TLC staffers, that scene almost didn't air. Editors worried the backlash would be too harsh. But Meri insisted, "If I lived it, they can see it." That choice gave the episode its raw honesty, and turned a family reality show into an emotional autopsy. When Leon came out, support groups across social media called it a milestone moment. Trans viewers shared how Leon's courage helped them face their own families. Meri standing by Leon. That's what love looks like. For every cruel comment online, 10 more stood up for kindness. Experts say silence can be both shield and sword. In psychology, it's called protective withdrawal, a way to reclaim control when words have been used as weapons. Meri's silence isn't weakness. It's strategy. Leon's quiet recovery. That's self-protection. The refusal to let gossip define their body or their identity. Fans remember the early seasons. Meri and Leon decorating cookies, laughing in the old Utah kitchen. Those moments now feel like postcards from another world. On YouTube compilations, fans comment, "They were so close back then. You can still see the love." And that nostalgia keeps audiences emotionally tethered to their journey. Weeks after filming ended, Meri hosted her first solo retreat at Lizzie's Heritage Inn. Guests describe her as peaceful, glowing, finally free. Leon was later spotted hiking. No cane, no cameras, just quiet joy. The photo caption read, "Healing looks different on everyone." Their separate paths now mirror each other, two souls learning that closure doesn't always come in words. If you believe silence can be strength, tap the like button, share this story, and comment love react to send love to Meri and Leon. Because sometimes, healing doesn't roar. Sometimes, it walks quietly, one step at a time.